It's time to show.
Sleeping Beauty. This fool ain't sleeping.
Inat. I-N-A-T.
Wake up. Rise.
Yeah, we all in the same house right now.
So just came
What
out
up, everybody? Welcome back to the K Podcast. It's your boy Joe Reezy, and I'm here with Naro, Francis, Jermaine, Zach, and Andrew.
Hey.
Almost everybody, not quite, but another episode with the Caveman. And before we get started, we just want to get right into it. I just want to remind you guys to check out the website, cave.com. That's K4V3.com. Check it out. And now let's go. So we were talking about Bruce Lee and the show Warrior on now Max, used to be HBO Max. So does it have anything to do with like him taking money away from the triads? Was he made in America or what? Because I heard that was kind of why.
I don't know exactly what the root of that was, but it was just like a story of two tongs, Chinese tongs. I forget their names. It's like the Hop Wei and the Long Z, and it's just they get down in San Francisco, like the late 1800s. I'm not really sure what the timeline is on that, but you know, it talks about a lot about obviously the Chinese gang like fighting for territory, but also like the politics behind it. The policemen are involved. You know, they're getting paid off to do certain things. The Irish are heavily involved because they're losing jobs to the Chinese because Chinese labor is so cheap. So all the railroads, and it was like during the Industrial Revolution. So there's that clash too. Yeah, it's an interesting show. There's a lot of violence, a lot of kung fu. If y'all into that, like there's just like opium dens, alcohol. It has a lot of things that I'm interested in to watch, and it ties into American history. So that always catches my attention if you involve all of that.
Is Bruce Lee in it?
Bruce Lee is not in it, but it's produced. I think Bruce Lee's daughter is involved somehow because the story of it is like based on like something Bruce Lee wanted to put out, but I guess since he passed away, obviously it didn't come to fruition. And then I think Bruce Lee's daughter and a production company kind of, I don't know the exact details, but yeah, Bruce Lee's daughter's got involved with the production company. Gave it a green light and they started making it, and at first it was just on Cinemax, and then due to popular demand they made a third season. So yeah, the third season just came out, so highly recommend it if y'all like kung fu.
Where is it on
like
again?
a drama and not a documentary?
It's not a documentary, it's like a drama. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's just I don't know exactly how it ties into Bruce Lee, but Bruce Lee was going to make a story or a movie about, you know, the Chinese tongs and the struggle for the Chinese people during that time and during the Industrial Revolution, and never came to fruition, and now it's here. I don't know if it's exactly to Bruce Lee's vision. I know there's some things that get changed, but you know, it has something to do with Bruce Lee and his vision. So yeah.
If only we could ask Bruce Lee himself.
Right.
This documentary. What would he say?
Yeah, but the choreography in the show is really good. So if you guys like that too, it's dope. Got a lot of good fighting scenes.
I just want to say, you guys are in the same house right now.
I know, that's what I was about to say, bro. Like, where's the invite, man? Like,
so you want to go with settings, right?
Yeah, we all live in like that pre-built suburban type of community.
Like
so
cookie cutter homes.
Yeah, you know, it's just easier that way.
It comes with a fucking model piano too.
Yeah, it don't work. It's just for the background.
You know what I feel like is kind of missing out though? There's no like Bruce Lee influence or style in anime, or is there? Or like a manga, you know what I mean?
Right?
If there is, I'd fucking watch it. I feel like there is. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't watch anime. Maybe Naro can chime in. You know anything?
Damn,
I haven't seen anything.
What? Yo, it's not in the same house.
Hey, what's up,
Naro just got here, dog.
Hey, what the fuck? You guys on
You just walk in the front door.
you guys on a different private chat or what? God damn, I'm not getting these messages, yo.
No, I haven't. There's a lot of anime that has a lot of drawn like style from like Bruce Lee and like the whole Chinese kung fu like ordeal. Like if you watch Naruto, Guy and Rock Lee have a very strong like kung fu Chinese background. I think it was based off. I think their character was based off Bruce Lee, but there hasn't like at least I haven't seen any anime that is like strictly based off of like Bruce Lee himself. But there should be. There should be. That would be sick. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's figure it out. In my comfy house that I got here.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, obviously, all of us, I feel like, came up inspired a little bit by Bruce Lee. I wonder if he's even relevant to the generation right now. You know,
Jet Li for the kids.
Doubt it.
you think Jet Li?
I don't even know. I don't even know about that. I don't even know if Jackie Chan's, I got influence on this
Jackie
generation
Chan
coming up.
Yeah,
I mean, for
really
us,
don't think that.
It's Ip Man for this generation, I think.
It's it, man.
Look, we in the same house.
Oh, what
Me in the house.
damn, now it's personal, yo.
Party.
Yeah, I'm kind of there.
Come through.
I didn't pay the electric bill though, so
You didn't pay the subscription for your living room.
I live in the older models, guys. Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, but you guys see that
new tiny house
video
community.
of Jackie Chan watching his like montage of
Oh yeah,
videos?
saw a few seconds of
See
that
that.
video.
Dude, nuts, right? He was one of the most creative parkour stuntman or martial artist. I feel like that brought it to the big screen. Pretty cool. I always saw him. If I could cast a live action Dragon Ball Z, I always saw Jackie Chan as my Goku. I feel
What's
like
your
it'd be pretty
favorite
dope.
Jackie Chan stunt?
Rumble in the Bronx. That was a good fucking movie. I used to
That was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
First Jackie Chan
A lot of
movie I
good
ever
stunts
watched.
in there.
That was like really put Jackie on the map in the States.
You know, he had a really cool game on PlayStation, a Jackie Chan Stuntmaster. You guys ever play that?
I remember I didn't play it.
That
I
one's
think
fun.
so. Yo, he had a dope ass cartoon too, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Jackie Chan
That
Adventures.
was
Oh, yeah, I did remember that.
Jackie's
That shit was dope.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for Rush Hour. That's all I'm waiting for.
Is that coming out? Is that coming out?
Another
Doing a
Rush
fourth
Hour.
one, right?
Yeah, that's
they're-
what I heard.
in
They've been
talks
talking
for the
about it.
new
I don't know
one,
if it
yeah.
started or.
They're in talks to make the fourth one, and obviously Chris Tucker is like only if it's a good script. So they're really trying to put together a good script for him. So I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
he's
it's
picky,
a
man.
little too late to make that movie now. I mean, I feel like people won't find it funny.
That would just
'cause
be
it's-
for our generation.
yeah, because it's new generation. It's like that's offensive.
Yeah, but some of the jokes in Rush Hour 1, like what is this?
Oh, y'all look alike.
What is this? A box of grease? We sell Chinese food, not soul food.
Yeah, people be mad about that now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or where he's like, "Oh, y'all look alike."
Oh yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly today. Hell no.
I mean, I don't know. Rush Hour 3 was like when I remember when that came out, I was pretty excited to see it, and when I saw it, I was like, that shit sucked.
yeah, it was.
Rush Hour 3 was good. I love Rush Hour 3. I thought the whole series was fantastic.
Yeah, because to let our viewers know, this guy's not even 30 yet. So
oh my god,
Naro's a baby. He's like what, 24?
I'm 27.
Well, you look young.
27
I
and a
look
half.
old. What do you mean? I look old as hell.
Man, enjoy it, man.
Look at that.
Enjoy it. You have to start wearing a mask like me. Sheesh. But fucking I don't know. My live action fantasy cast for Dragon Ball Z would have been Jackie Chan as Goku and Jet Li as Vegeta. I feel like that would have been perfect. No,
Like young versions of them, or I feel like they're kind of old right now. Can't imagine old Jackie Chan as Goku right now.
Can you imagine Jackie Chan with Goku's hair?
I don't even care. But the goofy, like, you know, the goofy
I think that would
character.
be the only people who could figure that out because that exactly works. I mean, Jackie Chan is goofy. He can be goofy and have fun with it and be like less serious, whereas Jet Li could be that serious character for Vegeta. That'd be dope.
If they could do CG, make him younger, then yeah, I think that would work just fine in 2023.
You know what? Just to be modern, have The Rock as Piccolo, then fucking Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is Krillin, bro. You know what I'm saying? Change it up. You know,
The Rock
Kevin Hart.
Hercule. The Rock as Hercule. That's perfect.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
And fucking Jack Black as Majin Buu.
Jack Black as Hercule wouldn't be bad either. You know, it's got the look. He looked like fucking Nacho Libre, but Hercule.
Jack Black as Master Roshi would work too, I think.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Funny. But as far as Goku, I saw you guys see the Dragon Ball movie, the live action one. I knew how bad that was,
I didn't buy
but
it.
I watched it because I was like, I want to see how it's fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, the Avatar one was pretty bad, but at least it was some scenes were visually appealing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then they had
I'd watch it for
Slumdog
the action
Millionaire as
scenes type
Zuko.
shit.
Come on, stupid. But hopefully the new Avatar live action.
I don't like the
Does
casting
pretty
for the
well.
live action. I hope it's better than the last one, but I'm not a big fan of the casting for the next one. It just other than
Why?
Katara, the rest of them just don't make sense. Because they like if you see them, you can see Sokka.
Flex for him real quick, Naro. Look at that. Show your
damn
muscles.
son.
Ooh,
so
I don't
cute.
have muscles.
But you're Naro Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us some
I'm tiny right now. I lost a lot of like muscle. I started this like serious like cut thing going on right now, so I haven't been like lifting. God, I feel small.
There's guns in his household.
Exactly.
Second Amendment.
You got a CCW for that?
Nah, that shit's not on the books, dog. Shit.
You know, you don't need license out here in Georgia. You can just buy whatever you want.
Look at that serial number right there.
This is
Yeah, no, there's a live action. They're remaking the live action Avatar on Netflix, right? Is it a Netflix
Yeah.
show or what?
yeah. They did it. Now Avatar, like the original creators of Avatar, are, like coming out with the whole. I'm actually very excited because they have like a whole universe going on.
Mhm.
There's going to be an adult version, like the same characters from the original show. They're going to do a whole adult version of that. They have
Adult
a-
version.
Yeah, so where they're all adults. Not an adult version where they're
hentai,
all
baby.
adults. Oh my god. Then there's
Well,
they
mark
have
on
the
that one.
next Avatar set up for
Avatatas?
after Korra.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the live action looks not good.
You guys,
I'm already scared about it.
what's your guys' favorite anime?
Dragon Ball.
Gonna have to say Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Ball Z for me.
You know what's low key a good
Dragon Balls.
movie, like an animated movie that the Street Fighter animated movie. You guys ever seen that one? It was an unreleased.
Oh, the first one.
And I remember it
Live
came
action
with the
Street
video
Fighter.
game.
Is it on any
know.
streaming services right now? 'Cause
It might be. It's pretty dope.
I'll chat GPT that shit.
You
later.
should check that out. It's a classic. I
Mhm.
don't know, Andrew. Do you remember? It came out with the video game, right?
I don't remember if it came out with a video game. I just know there was this pretty solid like film for Street Fighter 2. It had everybody in there, like all the
Yeah.
great fights, and
Yeah.
what was it? Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Street Fighter
I
2,
don't
the
remember it
animated
coming from the
movie.
video game.
Yes, that's the one. If you guys get a chance to watch it, watch it.
Oh, it looks solid.
Mm-hmm.
Francis, do you like Dragon Ball Z?
It came out before I was born. I can't watch it.
Dragon Ball Z was cool. I liked it, but I'm not like I don't know like much about it. Like I watched it, but not religiously. Yeah, I don't even fucking remember what I was.
Dragon Ball is the catalyst. Dragon Ball is the reason why.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah, it is pretty much what it is.
No, it is. No, actually, no. The gateway drug is Naruto. That is the gateway drug for anime. For most people, you guys are a little bit on the older generation, so you don't count. But
Damn.
I don't even watch anime.
Hey, listen,
bro.
you shot at me my age earlier. I'm just coming for
This
a
one thinks we got AARP memberships.
Yeah.
I'm on Medicare.
I have
Yeah.
Sizzler.
I have osteoporosis.
If you are
Naruto's. I think Naruto is the gateway to anime because it's easy for people to kind of sink into. It's really quick to like grab, and then after that you're screwed because anime is.
Then it's not a gateway drug. That's like heroin. Because Dragon Ball Z is like weed.
I think with Dragon Ball Z, what draws people in it is the fact that there's already a following behind it because it does take a lot of investment. Because I mean, even the fans know that they drag out some of the storylines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, getting into it and having to watch 2 episodes of them just facing off and talking shit before they fight, you know.
Yeah, but that's anime. That's how it works all the time.
Yeah.
So if you watch anime, you know that's the way it's gonna be.
But Dragon Ball is better than Ball Z. Dragon Ball.
I think Dragon Ball is the best. I think Dragon Ball is the best out of all 3 of the series. Technically, there's 5, but 2 of them don't count. But
Wow.
What do you guys think? Dragon Ball Super.
What? Huh?
Dragon Ball Super?
Super is
that the new one or
that's the new one?
Yeah.
Super.
Well, so there's 2 technically non-canon series, and I actually haven't watched them yet. But there's GT, and a lot of the original Dragon Ball Z fans have watched GT because it's an extension of what possibly could have happened after Z.
It's kind of a combo of Ball and Ball Z, right? Because you get the young Goku in the Z world.
Well, no, because that young Goku was wished young by Emperor Pilaf. He's the same Goku. He's just in a child's form. But GT's technically not canon to the manga story, and neither is the new one that has been airing. Is called Dragon Ball Super Heroes something. Super Dragon Ball Heroes is what it's called. But out of the 3 canon series, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, I think Dragon Ball is the best. I love Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball is awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna start trying to watch GT because I don't know. I feel like there's some cool battles I'm missing out on not watching it. You know what I mean?
GT is a really good show in its own right. It just doesn't, because now Super has been. Super came out and Super has its own storyline. GT almost isn't relevant. You can technically. So what happens after GT actually is what would happen after Super currently. But the way that the original writer is making it, it's like an alternate universe pretty much at this point. But GT is a good show in its own right.
Out of all of them, I heard it was the least accepted by the fan base.
Well, yeah, because it's technically when you get into those people who are picky about things being canon and not canon, they won't watch GT because it's technically not canon. It's not written by the original writer. It's not technically is not a part of the Dragon Ball universe, but because the same production company and the same actors were involved, the animation behind it is still, I guess, valid. But what happens is the people who are, again, canon sticklers about being canon to the manga, it has zero zero. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't hold any water compared to everything else. So that's why everybody complains about it. But it's a really good show in its own right.
Damn.
So let's ask this question right now. Who's the hottest anime chick? Let me go first. I'm gonna just go with Bulma. Yeah.
Well, you guys are single-minded. Oh,
Sailor Mars.
Who?
Sailor
Mars.
Sailor
Mars.
Or any of these.
Let me do some research.
Sailor Mercury.
Any of them.
Yeah, let me do some further.
You guys are missing a lot of people, man.
Some research.
Naruto's like sailors.
I know who the sailors are.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna go with Misty.
There's Joy.
There you go.
Like Jenny.
That's wholesome.
Something
Ash's
about
mom.
Misty, yo. She wasn't the hottest, but there's something about her, bro.
Yeah. The attitude.
Yeah,
Suspenders.
just
Kinda get
friggin' this. I don't know.
You
I
guys
feel
are
like
missing
this is-
so many good people, man.
Bruh, I only
you
seen
tell
like
us,
4
motherfucker.
anime.
You got
Alright.
Nico Robin.
Oh, okay, yeah, Nico Robin.
From One Piece. You got Hinata
Is that
when she
Nico with a
was
C or K?
from
ICO
Naruto.
Robin.
I'm afraid of what's going to show up in my browser, man.
Damn.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard. You look up an anime girl, and
Oh, damn.
some
son.
things will show up.
Let me post this. Yeah. Let me-
There's a
Some
character
things will
in
show
Fire
up.
Force. I think her name is Iris. She's bad.
Iris.
Oh,
by
this is
Google
that
Dolls.
first one you said.
Great song.
Nico Robin.
Like, why'd they call it?
And that's my girl,
Iris?
Nico
Hey,
Robin.
yo.
Right?
I'm gonna watch some fucking One Piece now. I'm gonna try to get one piece of
Hey,
that.
I wanted to.
Too long, man.
Stupid Jermaine.
Oh, shit.
One piece
Then
of
you got Hinata. She's Naruto. She's most people's favorite in Naruto, or her Tsunade.
Hmm.
Oh man, I could go through them all if you want me to. Nezuko is bad when she's
Run
an
through 'em
adult.
all.
Demon Slayer. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna tell you all the ones I beat my meat to.
God damn it.
I don't blame
There's,
you, Nico Robin. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Oh,
I'll tell y'all.
shout out Android 18, though.
And yo,
Oh, Android 18. Okay.
I think Android
Yeah.
18 is the best out of the Dragon Ball cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely gets a.
Android 18 is my girl. That's her right there. That's my dream anime girl.
Zach is probably like I like Lois from Family Guy.
Oh, no.
That's not shit on me. No better than to not speak on what I don't know about.
No, Zach's gonna go Lisa from The Simpsons. The grown-up Lisa.
Just a little kid, dude. Come on.
Oh,
No, I said grown-up. I said grown-up Lisa.
Mrs.
it grown up?
Krabappel.
FBI about to bust through our fake doors.
Jesus. I know.
Oh,
There's a knock
shit.
on my garage, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, no, anime was definitely not something I was into. I got into it way too late. Like the first anime I ever watched, I think, was Dragon Ball Z, and then like I guess
That's fine.
Pokemon was right there too. So
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Zach. I think I watched Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh, and like Digimon. That's about it.
oh, Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
I was in a digital.
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is solid too.
That was a phase
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey man, I was about the heart of the cards, dog. I had a whole ass deck. Did you guys ever play like actual battle, like in tournaments?
I had a blue eyes white dragon.
played
That's it.
I went to I went to that. I think Toys R Us used to have
Yeah, to us. It had the
fucking
tournament.
the
Doritos
Pokemon
Mall.
leagues, right?
Yep.
I think I went to the one in La Mirada
Okay.
where the UFC gym is at right now.
I think so. Yeah. You're
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
those
just
are fun.
crazy, man. It's weird because there's a certain way to like play the Pokemon cards. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not like how it was in the
I don't
cartoons.
know. I used to just I had a like stack like this big and I just threw them out there. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Pokemon rules were kind of confusing. I gravitated towards Yu-Gi-Oh more in regards
It
to
was a little bit easier to kind of grasp.
yeah, because Pokemon had like there's like these fucking I don't know jewels, like little pieces. I don't know what you
Yeah.
call it, little
Yeah,
markers.
energy pieces. Yeah.
Yeah,
hit markers.
But I mean,
energy
for
pieces.
Pokemon cards, I didn't give a fuck about playing. I was just trying to collect that shit.
Yeah.
Your main would be the person just dropping rare cards to flex and you just get fucked up by Bulbasaurs and shit.
Yeah, probably. Probably. You might have beaten me here, but you don't got this card.
Fucking
Still got my
nerd.
Charizard, motherfucker.
Dude, I did want all those badges though. That shit was dope.
Nice.
I think I got one of them though. Cool stuff. Hey, if you guys could have one Pokemon, which Pokemon would you guys pick?
Like in any, like even evolved,
Like a
or you from
Pikachu.
a
Like, you know,
starter?
it's like your Pikachu that follows you around type shit. Like if Professor Oak was like, all right,
Can it be fully evolved already, or like first form?
Yeah. Yeah.
you said what?
Could it be fully evolved or first form?
Nah, you'd evolve it obviously, so you get a base form.
Damn, what if the one I want doesn't have
Be
a
the choice though. He's
Yeah,
deadly
then,
loyal,
then
right?
you just get that one, right?
Okay.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
loaded question.
Shit.
Well, all right. How about this? No legendaries.
No, damn, I was gonna
I
pick
don't know all my
a Ho-Oh.
Pokemon,
You
man.
just go straight
Oh,
Lugia and shit.
Oh, just fly me everywhere. Hey, Ho, I'm trying to go to Vegas right now.
Flying away.
Let's keep it basic.
Oh, take me to fucking
Out of the three base. Out of three base.
three base.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll take a Charmander.
I think
Oh.
a Charmander too.
I'm doing Squirtle.
Squirtle? You would, bro.
Excuse
The
me?
Squirtle Squad.
You would.
Squirtle Squad. I'm doing Squirtle. That's my
You're
answer.
doing Squirtle?
Squirtle.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Probably Squirtle too.
You know, I mean,
Probably
picking
Squirtle.
Squirtle. God, you gotta make it all weird and shit.
Hey man, you like Squirtles? It's all good, dude.
You know, my favorite episode was the one that had that island full of Squirtles, like wearing sunglasses and shit. I was like, yo, that was my shit.
They're like a gang of them, right?
Yeah.
The Squirtle Squad. They were in I think that was in Vermilion City.
What would you pick, Andrew?
Oh yeah, Charmander.
Oh, Charmander. Nara, what would you pick?
I know nothing about Pokemon.
What?
He's like
I only know, like,
Hitmonchan.
four of them too, man.
Damn.
So as a
My joke.
default, I'm just gonna pick Pikachu just because, or Charmander. Like, but I got that's it.
Those are like the
Squirtle,
only two I
Charmander,
know
and
too, my
Pikachu
man.
are the only people I know.
Nah.
You know,
You don't know
Jet Li
Bulbasaur?
and Jackie Chan, Hitmonchan, and
Bulbasaur,
Hitmonlee.
Mewtwo.
That's who they're based off of.
you should
My
you should
choke.
definitely dive into the Pokemon world.
I'll get there eventually. I'll get there. I gotta finish One Piece at first, and then I'll get it. I gotta finish One Piece at some point because this is ridiculous. I shouldn't have even started
off
One
to
Piece.
Nico
Man.
Robin, man.
Oh, that's my girl. I might as well now play.
Fucking Nico Robin. She got me stunned low key though. Hey, anyways, let's talk about fitness, right?
Oh, you like fitness?
Yeah, something about fitness real quick.
Okay.
I had to refresh from Nico fucking Robin. Damn, all right, let's not look at this screen right here. So,
Funny man.
obviously, we're older now.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys' fitness regimens to stay healthy? I mean, it's different
I
now,
heard
right?
Jermaine was doing pretty good. Jermaine was just flexing that he's been doing good for a little bit, right?
Just not eating any carbs except for yesterday. I was like, fuck it. 3 months. I had a pizza. I had some
Bet that
sushi.
tasted
I
great.
said, oh, it was amazing. And then today it's all fucking diarrhea.
That shit really fucks you up, dude. You be like, you'll eat like really clean for like forever. You know, like fuck it. Let me cheat for a little bit. Have like one of those meals that I want so bad, and then you just like shit.
Yeah.
Worth it.
I don't know. It depends on what
It
it
wouldn't be
is.
worth it if we didn't have phones, because imagine how boring I'd be just sitting there, fucking diarrhea, just waiting for it to be over. I had my phone and I was just watching you guys message. Where you at? I'm taking the shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, as far as workout, I lift my blanket off of me every morning.
That's solid.
Is it a weighted blanket?
Yeah,
I walk
weighted
upstairs to go to work. But other than that, no, I mean, I've been doing those push-ups like Jarrell was saying, but other than that, I do want to get back to the gym. My LA Fitness account has been frozen for like ever now since pandemic.
How much weight did you lose?
I lost 40 pounds. Yeah.
Nice, good shit, man.
That's awesome, big dog.
Damn, and once you start
But I'm
hitting the
not trying
gym, dog, it's gonna be crazy.
I'm not trying to stay on carnivore forever though. I'm
That's
trying
all
to just,
without going to the gym, though. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, man. That's crazy.
but I need to hit the gym too to keep it consistent because I mean you can't stay on the carnivore diet's cool, but you can't stay on that shit forever, you know.
Yeah.
No, carnivore is like a really good like diet to kind of like hold out for maybe a month, 2 months, 3. I mean, honestly, 3 months is super max. I'd be switching off after 3 months. Carnivore is kind of like, it's not that it's awful for you. I mean, really, what is going on?
Even your camera's sleepy, dog. What the fuck?
Oh my god, man. Everything's sleepy over here. Hello. Hold on, there's a trick. Hold on, you ready? Hold on, you ready?
You disappeared. What a trick.
I'm a fucking.
Is that autofocus?
David Blaine shit. Man.
Oh,
there you go.
wow.
There you go.
hey.
Yeah.
Go for your hands
Carnivore
greater than
is good,
your
but
face, you have cancer.
You can't be on like carnivore forever because you need to get a balanced diet at some point. Carnivore is just really good for a quick weight loss diet. Like I'm actually about to start a carnivore diet too for the next like month, just to drop down some weight real quick because I'm fat, man. I gained some weight.
You're fat, motherfucker. I'm offended. What am I then? You're fat.
Again, I should be around like 190 right now, maybe 185. I'm like 220, so I'm not nowhere close to what
How tall are
I
you?
should be doing.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I mean, I hold it
220
well.
and I'm like this at 220.
How tall are you, Jermaine?
I'm 5'11", 5'10",
and a half?
somewhere between that.
getting all the inches you can. No, I like I hold it well because I got a lot of muscle, but it doesn't like other than it doesn't look good. I'm actually about to start getting my fitness Instagram like kind of back moving again.
Mm-hmm.
For this whole thing, I'm gonna start like a quick shred diet and kind of just be posting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking about like you guys were talking about playing in a league earlier, right?
A basketball league?
Playing in a basketball league. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be active again. I
think
don't care about.
France was trying to play in a league, or is playing on a league right now.
Yeah, I play in the league on Mondays right now. Also, I mean, I hoop pretty often. I play like 2 to 3 times a week. Not as often as I used to. I mean, you know, Drill used to fucking hoop all the fucking time, every day. During summertime, every fucking day.
No, like literally all day though.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
I want to get back into hooping just to get some cardio in because I don't like running. You know?
No,
Yeah. Running without a purpose is like. So I got into running for a little bit during pandemic because I couldn't hoop. So, I found that, but once the gym started opening up again, I was like, nah, I'm not waking up just to run like 3 miles right now.
Basketball is a really good workout too because it's very high intensity, back and forth, and
until you get hurt though. Like I feel like that's the thing. Basketball is probably the as far as recreational sports go, I feel like basketball has the highest injury rates.
Especially to your knees, man.
Oh, well, basketball is also the most common recreational sport played too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's not like
stretches.
if you think about it, other than maybe out there and like soccer leagues aren't that big, maybe flag football, but basketball is just easier and for people to kind of do. So it's the most common. Rec league.
Yeah.
It's easy to get into, but it's also the most popular out of recreational sports, like you were saying, because you can't just get into a football league or a flag football league. I don't even know where the flag football leagues are nowadays, you know? But
there's nothing in Orange County. Nothing in Orange County. When I lived there, dude, I looked all the time. There was nothing there. The only thing they had was soccer. Like what
flag football? You talking about flag football?
Beach City Sports.
Oh yeah.
That's where we played in when I was playing flag football out here. They play in like what city was that? Like Newport Beach, like Bonita Canyon, Bonita Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all of our games were. There was a lot of teams too. So
There's a ghost
the one we
behind
played
you,
in.
bro. You see that thing?
Hey, don't worry about that guy.
You see him right there?
We're fucking.
Oh shit!
Nah,
Stop it,
I'm not
bro.
gonna start getting tripped out here. I'm not gonna get you're gonna be freaking out here now. Damn. I'm looking over my shoulder.
Just to go back on carnivore diet. No, yeah, carnivore diet is mostly to reset your diet because a lot of us eat a bunch of shit that we're allergic to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So carnivore diet is more kind of I think it's like a isolation
Elimination
diet, right?
diet?
Or an
Yeah.
elimination diet.
Uh-huh.
So once you reset after all the diarrhea is done, because I think the diarrhea is supposed to be all the inflammation that's in your gut. After the diarrhea is done, then you want to start introducing certain foods into your diet, right?
Mhm.
So then you introduce fruit, and then maybe you introduce bread, and then you kind of monitor to see if you have a reaction to that. And then from there, you kind of see and build your diet. You know what I mean? You build your diets based on the reactions that you have on that. So, but a lot of people who stay on the carnivore diet are people who have a lot of like autoimmune diseases that really are allergic to a bunch of those. You know what I mean? Like they can't even take fruit. They can't even take bread. You know what I mean? So if they're that sensitive, then they kind of just stay on the carnivore diet. But if you're an athlete, especially, like the fuel you get from carbs is way different, especially if you're competing and have like an explosive type of thing. And as far as running goes, I run a lot, man. And back when I was in basketball, I fucking hated that shit. I used to be like, why do we have to do this shit? I'd rather work on our shots. I know we should work on our shots because I've seen that full shot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should do more layups instead of running. But once I feel like you break a certain limit of miles under your belt, running becomes kind of meditative and therapeutic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. You get into like the runner's high is what they call it. And I experienced it too. I think one time during COVID, I knocked out like 5 miles. Just like I averaged like 9 minutes a mile, 10 minutes, something like that. Nothing crazy, but you just get in that zone and you're just like, what the fuck? I just finished 5 miles. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Times it goes by fast, and yeah, that runner's high, you kind of get that zone, and you just, like you said, therapeutic and meditative. You kind of just in your head thinking about random things, and you're like automatically running. Your body is just doing it on its own.
Yeah, it's kind of like on autopilot, but it does suck if you take a break from it. Like, if you're setting out to go on because I have a trail that I go on, and it's like pretty much like 4.5 miles. So once I go on it, there's no turning back. It's pretty much you're on it until you finish it. But like the first half mile, maybe the first mile kind of sucks. But after that, the rest is fucking easy work. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty bad for your knees, though. I will admit to that. I run in fucking the Vibrans, bro. The fucking toe shoes and shit. Fucking Primo, baby.
I think it's too late, dog. Your knees are too used to the fucking basketball shoes and shit already.
I actually can't run anymore. I basically can't run anymore. It hurts my knees really badly. All my cardio, it's either I'll play basketball, but it's only for maybe about a half hour at the max. But 99% of my cardio is on a bike. My knees are so bad, I can't run. I can't when you see videos of people doing like some like weird like top of like squat or like some type of workout where they're like bending and like their knee like that physically pains me just to see people do that because it just my knees are so old. I'm like, my knees are like 48 years old. I don't think I can run anymore. I don't know how you guys are running. Think about it.
I don't. So that's how I run. I don't run, but I need to because I miss running. I actually learned to love running, ironically, when I was playing varsity baseball. And I know there's not a lot of running in baseball, but you'd be surprised when you're trying to get into the right baseball shape and you have a strong core. And our coach always stressed, like, for the off season, we did a lot of long distance running. And I randomly got into cross country in middle school when I went to Curry. I don't know if you guys remember that when I had a little break from but did some cross country. That was actually kind of fun, because like you said, you get to like do a lot of thinking. You get to drift off, and you're like your mind just wanders, and and that was kind of cool. And then of course the runner's high was awesome. But yeah, I really want to, cut weight so I can, not put so much stress on my joints so I can run, because it was pretty therapeutic.
Yeah. Biking is not bad too, but I don't think I've experienced the same meditative runner's high as running biking. I mean, I don't know. Hey, why are your knees so bad, Naro?
I'm old, bro.
Damn.
Nah, bro, the military screwed him up bad, man.
Okay.
And I've been playing sports. So I've been playing sports since I was in second grade, and I was doing all 3 sports. I did all the season sports. So I did. So it was either football or soccer in the beginning, and then I did basketball in the middle, and then I did track. So I was active all year round, and then in the military just screwed it up. So now I got a nice little tendonitis in my knees. Like I can't even, like, honestly, it's so bad. Like, so I used to do a lot of traveling. My girl lived out there, and I was doing like the back and forth thing. My knees are so bad that when I'm on a plane, I have to get up and I have to go for a walk for like at least a half hour, 45 minutes when I get off the plane, because I cannot sit down because my knees hurt so much.
Wow.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, but you were still dunking when we were playing basketball. This fool.
Well, it caught up to me. I can't do that now. If I tried to dunk now, I could probably touch the rim, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't hurt when I came back down. That would hurt a lot. I tried again the other day. I touched the rim, but that's all I can do now.
Do you try to do any exercises to strengthen your knee to try to, lessen?
Yeah. I mean, there's really only so much I can do now because it's starting to get to the point that cartilage is starting to get involved.
I see.
But I mean, so anytime that anybody's got issues with joints, you should always do some type of workouts to like help with the joint in itself. So I try to do static lunges are really good with a little bit of weight distribution back and forth. You can also doing lunges on a Bosu ball. There's an incline, like some gyms will have a piece of wood that'll kind of edge like this,
like a slant board.
Yeah. Exactly. And if you can get on that and just hold like something while you're doing squats like that's really good for your knees. I actually have a buddy of mine who's also a personal trainer, and he's very big into he just got a correctional fitness certification. And I'll peep his Instagram a lot, and he's got a lot of stuff on there.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking Francis and I do crazy squats on the Bosu ball. We'll do cleans on the Bosu ball too, man.
Yeah. As I got older, I've noticed I just want to keep playing as long as I can. Obviously not to the level I used to, but what I mean by that is I just don't want to get hurt anymore. So I've been incorporating, I think Jarrell showed me a few things I sprained my ankle really bad one time, and Jarrell showed me some stuff. And from there I went in a rabbit hole of preventive exercises you could do. And then I even paid for this personal trainer for a few months. He's on Instagram. His name is Dr. Dunks. And a lot of the guys he trains, they just start dunking, bro. So I learned. I'm not dunking, but he showed me a lot.
You trying to dunk or what?
Nah, I just wanted to feel more mobile on the board. He has a lot of hips activation things that are I've never seen before. So when I use his services, I learned a lot. And when I do legs now, I don't even really squat heavy that much anymore. I just do a plate on each side most of the time, and maybe do 2 plates on each side if I'm feeling it, but I don't go ham as I used to. I just focus more on mobility shit, strengthening the joints and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's really good. Most people should be focusing at after 25. If you're not an athlete, stop doing that heavy lifting shit, man. You're gonna hurt yourself. It really, most of it after about 25 to I would say about 28. Most people should be in the gym focusing, and maybe not in the gym, wherever you're going to be, but focusing on correctional fitness, functional fitness, preventative fitness, things that are going to take care of the body, because you're not not doing sports anymore. You're not a professional athlete. You're not going to survive forever like LeBron's hobbling down a court. Like you can't. You're not doing that. Just go take care of your body, and that's how you'll last longer.
What's an example of preventative workouts?
A lot of
work.
I feel like a lot of pool work, like
swimming and shit.
No, like really the things we were doing, like
the fins, the weights
on your
the water weights. Okay,
water weights. It's like a bunch of muscle workouts that's kind of less stress on your joints.
Yeah, actually,
you know what I mean?
we were.
I think also what stretching is number one. As you get older, you got to keep stretching.
I got to do that.
Amen, brother.
Stretching is a conspiracy theory, bro, by Rockefeller. I'm just
big stretching. That's like
not everything's a conspiracy, dog.
I swear,
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Let's do a deep dive into stretching. Who was that comedian that was talking about like how the fucking like the army and shit like they were like, hold on, we're not gonna storm the beaches of Normandy because we gotta stretch first. Like there's a whole bit on how stretching is like a myth. That shit's funny.
Hey, maybe that's why we won, man.
Back to back World War champions because we didn't stretch.
Because we weren't stretching. Oh, that's good.
No, stretching's like the number one thing that you should be doing.
Yeah.
Because and the moment you start getting into fitness, you need to focus on form. If you're not going to be like a pro athlete doing other stuff, you focus on your form. Don't worry about anything else. Don't ego lift. Don't do any of that stuff. Focus on your form. Focus on building muscle stamina, not muscle strength, and stretching. Like that's really all you need to do. And a lot of people who go to the gym and try to get like show muscles is what it's called, right?
Yep.
And just try to look like you're not like those people got issues, man. Like bodybuilders are hurting. Like
their mobility is so stupid. I seen some dude like trying to put his shoulder up, like his hand up. He couldn't even get it past like here. He was like stuck right here.
Oh, big dog, that's
they're
me,
walking,
bro.
living Stretch Armstrong figures. You know what I'm talking about?
This is as far as I can go.
Oh, for real? Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. You gotta work on your mobility, dog.
Man. Oh, yeah.
Those old guys over here. Ha motherfucker.
It's bad. No, pool workouts are really good too. You guys were talking about doing pool workouts, and I was actually just in my pool today, and you get a lot of motion, mind muscle connection. You can feel it a lot better in the water, and you don't have to use as much weight. Pool workouts are really good because you can still get resistance in the water and not have the stress on all your joints and your tendons and stuff. Pool workouts are fantastic.
Yeah, man. Francis and I, we did some pool workouts, and we tried to race, back and forth. So we were running on the shallow end. So we got to sprint without any stress on our knees, and then we did some side shuffles. So we got planter, multi-planter, directional. I'm just trying to sound scientific and shit.
All right, now I don't know what you're trying to say, man. Because you're moving side to
incursion. And then we would do a pistol squat jumps, and race doing that on each leg, and then switch and do it sideways. So I don't know. That's shit that I could never do on land. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, those were essential when
my knees hurt just thinking about doing the pistol squat jumps. It's crazy to do that.
Yeah.
In the water, that was not bad though.
Yeah, not at all. But low-key, Andrew, didn't you hold a record for fucking deadlifts or squats or something in Irvine?
Let's see, 2006, back in my prime. For football, what was it? Yeah, for the longest time I did one rep of squats, 405 pounds.
That's solid.
Yeah, I forgot who. I don't know how long I held that record. Now it's probably been beaten by now, but
That was your
for a
record.
while.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because at Beckman we had fucking strong motherfuckers. Danny was at least in the 400s club. I think he had like 425. I mean, you could see why he never got any taller than that.
I bet
The motherfucker could squat. I'll give him that. My max was 395, and that was.
Oh, there we go.
I remember when they were doing max day, and I was going to max out a 405, but coach didn't give it to me because I was like doing this shit, you know. I wasn't squatting. I was like, fuck it, whatever. 395 is cool. And Danny's over here like 450, something like that.
Damn, Danny.
It's crazy. And then I know PQ, he had a pretty good squat. There was a lot of motherfuckers that was squatting crazy. So if you held a record at Irvine, oh my God, go to Beckman.
Yeah,
Y'all are
I had those thighs.
stronger than y'all realize. I don't think 4 plates for a squat is hard, bro. That's
Yeah, it is.
I'll be straight with you. I've never passed 375 on a squat. So
Yeah, 395.
Y'all are
I felt like I was
some
gonna
strong
shit
motherfuckers.
my pants, dude.
there's the funny thing. Yo,
I did that shit twice, bro. Like,
Yo.
there is, and I'm not gonna blast anybody too hard. Come on, camera. Anyway, so I can't even see myself. There is a teacher at my school who has a nickname because he was in the weight room with the football players and was squatting and shit himself.
I believe it.
A teacher, and he's still there too.
What?
Yeah, in the weight room with the football players.
What
Yeah, he's got a
the-
nickname. But he's got a nickname at our school. It's really funny.
Mr.
Really
Brown.
funny.
Drizzle.
What is it then?
I can't be blasting people like that.
chocolate
Bring it up
rain.
and
Chocolate rain.
It's everybody. It's mud butt.
Sexual chocolate.
That's full.
What's his
Fondue
name?
fountain.
Tayson Day and shit.
Chocolate rain.
That shit's funny.
Some stay dry, others feel the pain.
Hey, what's called Andrew, what was your record? 405?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, 405 on the squat.
Damn.
Good for you.
How many
That's
how many
solid.
plates is that?
Thank you.
That's 4 plates.
4
Four
plates.
plates. Damn, that's crazy. Man, so what do you guys think as far as like to measure someone's strength? How would you measure that? Like, is there a certain lift or certain variables? Like, what would you say the metric of someone's strength is measured?
There's way too many variables to count to figure that out. I mean, you could just do the basic strongman crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could do Olympic lifting, but Olympic lifting is a lot different, right? It's more of pull and push in the same movement. Olympic lifting would probably be the best way to figure it out, because especially like a clean and press and things to that extent.
Yeah.
Like that shit's really hard. So probably maybe Olympic lifting, but it's really hard to determine somebody's strength because somebody can be a lot stronger in one aspect than another. And height has a lot to do with it too. Like most shorter people are a lot better at squatting, and most taller people are a lot better at deadlifting. Like my deadlift was way better than my squat, like way better. I was getting my deadlift over like to the mid 400s, and I never passed 370, 375 for a squat. So there's a lot of factors that get in there. Benching is not one.
No, not bicep
Benching
curls.
is one of the worst.
Metrics of measurement of strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I try to when I go to the gym, I'll either hit the bags, play some basketball, or I try to just squat. And the LA Fitness I go to have those those deadlift bars, the square hexagon.
Oh, hex bars.
Hex bars. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah, those are good.
Are those better for you as far as deadlifting goes, or are you better off doing a straight bar?
It just really depends on the person. I mean,
I'm not
I
really
think a
trying to
hex
lift
bar-
heavy. You know, it's more for
I
just
th-
like.
Yeah, I think a hex bar is better in general, just because the way that you set up for it.
Mhm.
Because you could have a lot of issues in the shoulder area with a flat bar deadlift, but it really, I'm just thinking about it now. It doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah.
To get the best lift though, like your strongest lift will be a straight bar.
Okay.
People, yeah, just because of the way that a hex bar is like laid out, it's like out here a little bit more. Versus a straight bar, you can do it like right here in front of you, and you can set your own comfortability up. And the hex bar is a strict comfortability on the side, so you can't. There's a lot harder to get a better lift on a hex bar. Plus, there's a lot of range of motion. Not a lot, but there's some range of motion constraints on a hex bar too.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was designed specifically for the deadlift, so I figured it'd be the better one, but that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I bought into the mobility real fast, probably like 2015 stuff. Started doing like weird animal movement training, you know what I mean? Which I feel like you get to work out those like little inner muscles that you don't really get to use. And I would use it more of like a diagnostic to see what injuries I kind of need to work on, you know what I mean? And from there, kind of reverse engineer and do some pull work and then start kind of building from there. Because isn't the best way to gain strength like progressive overload instead of just like kind of like maxing out every now and then?
Well, it all depends on what your goal is.
Mm-hmm.
It just really depends on your goal. Progressive overload is the most common and all around, but it really just depends on your goal. But when it comes to like healthy fitness, functional fitness, mobility fitness, that's the stuff people should be doing. People should really, unless you're like, I'm a big advocate of, unless you're like trying to do some type of thing where your body needs to be in a specific shape, lifting really shouldn't like it, unless you're going to be like a bodybuilder or you're a model or something to that effect. I really tell people to kind of stay away from like lifting. You should be really doing a lot more functional work. Functional work and mobility work is a lot better for you. You can still look good doing all of that stuff, but it's just a lot healthier for you. Whereas with static lifting and stuff like that, it's not good for you at all. It messes with your joints, and that's why the lifters who do have good mobility and stuff like that, they're stretching for an hour after, well, more like a half hour, but they're stretching for like a half hour after their workout. They're doing warm-up mobilities for a half hour after their workout. If you're just doing like a functional fitness and a mobility fitness, your warm-up can be like 5-10 minutes and your cool down can be like 5-10 minutes. Just so that your body can obviously get to where it needs to be. But because you're doing all that mobility stuff, you know, static lifters are the ones who have the most body problems of the people going to the gym, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Dog, like I said, I wanted to clean up my diet. I wanted to get in shape because I fucking did this AI app, you know, myself, and it fucking came out looking like a model and shit. And I was like, oh hell no, there's another like variant of me that's better looking. So I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna get back into the gym, and you know, just in case I come across another variant.
You gotta be the best variant, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Be your best variant. That's good.
I'm the ultimate Rel.
There can be only one.
I'm the boss Rel. Make it through me.
Fucking Highlander.
Yeah, I want them to be like, oh shit, that's the one right there, you know. Go back, bro, while you can. Damn, but speaking of variants and shit, isn't that crazy how fucking right now I feel like every storyline has some fucking multiverse kind of like attachment in it. It's like almost like some kind of programming, no? It's weird. It's getting pushed heavily, you know?
It's whatever's hot. When you get into stuff like that, I mean, vampires were hot for a while, right?
This is true.
Fucking werewolves were right after it. Zombies were very
Aliens.
Aliens. Now we're in the multi-universal thing. It's just whatever's hot at the moment in time. And I blame Marvel for doing that to us.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Marvel started it, and now everyone's in there. Marvel didn't start it. DC actually, I think DC has the better version of the multiverse for sure. I think
Not in
DC's
a live
multiverse
action.
is great. Huh?
Not in the live action, at least. Not now.
Well, I mean, if you go to if you watch the DC, the VW, the BW,
CW.
BBW.
Thank you. BBW, BBC. I mean,
That's the European news network, right? BBC.
Big British
right?
cock.
the Seaboy, the big British.
Fucking plot twist, right?
That's funny, man.
Remember GGW? Remember
GGW.
that was
Yeah.
hot for a while.
We used to just get off on the fucking commercials.
BET Uncut.
Oh shit!
Waxamillion.
I'll never-
Ain't got no panties on.
Girls Gone Wild. Girls Gone Wild commercial.
Oh yeah.
They were the best
Hey,
commercials.
there you go. Zach
making
knows he
music.
watched WWE or
You
WWE.
had to wait till 10 o'clock until they started
Yeah.
till the commercials came on because
Well, that's when everyone's parents fell asleep, dude. Yeah,
Yep.
it's free real estate.
You know, when you didn't have the channel and they had the blurry screen and shit, and they're like,
Purple
"Oh, I saw a titty." Remember that shit?
I would just fucking play DVDs and fast forward to certain scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Hey yo, I was tripping one night, like when we just signed up for a new cable, so we got like HBO Max, Cinemax for free. I
Nice.
was like, this is my first time having this shit. I was like, fucking, I don't know, 10, 11. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, fucking soft porn. I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Didn't know that happened. I was so shook. I was like trying to watch a movie, and then I was like, what the hell is this thing going on? I was like, oh,
Like,
damn.
got scared and shit. Like you thought you.
I was like, wait, this is for real right now?
Hey,
thought you ordered some
HBO
shit. Like your
Cinemax
parents
is
gonna get upset.
Yeah.
the softcore porn that came out on late night on HBO and Cinemax was funny as hell because
Oh
I
yeah.
remember watching when The Hills Have Eyes, remember? And then the porn version was called The Hills Have Thighs.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing.
pretty solid.
That was hilarious. And you always watch it, and believe it or not, I watched it because I always thought the acting was hilarious.
Yeah, it got real
No,
funny.
acting is so funny.
It's so bad that you had this guy.
Yeah,
who was
yeah,
always-
sure, guys. The acting was good, right?
it was bad. No, and every softcore porn had this guy who looked like if Triple H didn't make it in WWE and just did soft porn. He was always in every softcore porn, but yeah, every
guy did real
little
porn, too.
parody.
Oh,
Softcore
man.
porn, man. They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, I mean, my exposure to that was like fucking the black box. We got the black box. I got all the pay-per-views, and the higher channels would be getting that shit.
Yeah.
This guy saw real porn while we were watching.
hey.
Was it Pablo Francisco? He was the guy who said it looks like they're just moving furniture.
Hey, no, it's called. I grew up in like Buena Park and shit. So we had what's it called? Video Town.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah, the
sounds
little
familiar.
adult section.
Yeah, they had it. I always wondered, man. I always wondered what the quality of
You know,
that shit
film
fucked me up.
is like with that shit. You know what I mean?
Those back what are the back rooms?
Yeah, with the
Rehearsals?
curtain. You got
And
to
it's
Bro,
called
I had no
Night at
idea.
Disney.
I thought they were I thought that's where the horror movies and stuff were. I had no clue. I was oblivious. Completely. It was probably my mom. My mom probably told me, she's like, that's where the adult and the scary movies are. I don't want to go back there. I'm good. I saw signs. I'm fine.
Yeah.
if you go in there, Freddy Krueger's there. Oh, say less. I'm not going in there. Mom, you told me Freddy Krueger's there? I didn't know Freddy Krueger was naked in there.
Fredette Krueger.
Oh shit! Wet Dreams on Elm Street. Hey, what's called? So one of the talking points that we have is Threads versus Twitter. And one of the things that Twitter is obviously full of is there's a lot of fucking porn over there. You know what I mean?
Don't see that on Threads.
And it's funny because like, you know, you'll see interesting threads on Twitter, like Twitter threads. And then like every now and then the comment would just be like an OnlyFans chick be like, oh, this is interesting. Sign up for my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm the thickest 18-year-old on Twitter. I'm tired of seeing that. That's why I love Threads, dude. There's no titties out, dude, on Threads yet, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of trying
Everyone's
to find
wearing
nice,
Threads.
I'm just trying to find a nice like sports.
Everybody got their
thread
clothes
Twitter.
on, and it's wholesome.
I just want solid commentary on current events on sports, and first fucking person on there's always I'm the thickest 18-year-old on Twitter. I'm like, I'm out of here.
I read Threads for the commentary.
Damn it.
What's it called? I like there's some guys with the, you know, they have like pictures of like, they go like, we're not buying the OnlyFans. shut them down and shit. There's a whole movement like just kind of like shutting them down. It's fucking hilarious, bro. That's the cool thing though. Like I feel like with Twitter and Thread, I don't know. It feels like Threads is kind of more controlled. You know what I mean? But is that a good thing? You know what I mean? Compared to to Twitter? Because yeah, Twitter could be a madhouse, but that's kind of what comes with like a free speech app, right? What do you guys think of that?
So the vibe I'm getting from Threads is like a lot of people either forgot about Instagram or like didn't like weren't as active in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so now with Threads, like they signed up for a new platform and then they're like, oh shit, like I haven't been as ratchet on Instagram as I have been on Twitter. So I got to act a little differently on Threads because it's like a subsidiary of Instagram. So it's like I caught myself like I have to like if I want to stay up on like what's current, like I got to go find on Twitter if they've created a Threads and then like add them on Threads because I haven't been following them on Instagram. So I feel like it's not necessarily controlling, but it's more of like it's like you get like people have been acting a certain way on Twitter because of how like ruthless it's been and how like open it's been. And now with similar like type of functionality on Threads, like they're like, okay, I got to button it up a little bit.
Yeah, they obviously don't. I mean, I already saw that there was someone banned on Threads, but like, yeah, nobody wants to lose their account like this early into the game too, right?
Day one banned.
Yeah,
I'm lost.
You don't have any of the.
I don't do Twitter, and I just heard about Threads like the other day when you guys started talking about it on the Discord.
Yeah,
I don't know. Twitter's not. I don't like. It's not my thing. I don't. Just everyone just comments. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then, like you know how earlier we talked about like how do you measure strength? Like that's right there. Like Naro has the strength of not signing up for Twitter and Threads.
Naro, a strong motherfucker.
Man, you are strong,
dude.
You bench 400? Well, he's not on Twitter.
That's funny.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean,
not.
Twitter gets kind of crazy though, but
Oh yeah, I'd be watching full movies on Twitter sometimes. Someone's just like,
Oh, yo, I watched
Mario.
Yep, I watched a Super Mario movie on Twitter too. That was tight.
Let's watch it. And you know, you just kind of dive in watching people's comments, and you're like, "Oh, let's check out her pitch. Oh, she's showing her tits."
You're not buying the OnlyFans. Move on.
man, TikTok though, I've seen Spider-Verse on there like 3 times, man. They
watched the whole movie on Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
How many parts did they cut that up to? What the fuck?
No, they on their live on TikTok Live, they just have fucking Spider-Verse on there. Seen it like 3 times already. which I don't know, it's a great movie. But yeah, we talked about multiverse, and we'll get back on Twitter and Threads. Do you guys think there's a multiverse? You think there's like fucking other versions of us, like other variants of us?
Can't prove it, but yes, there's.
Yo, when I seen Doctor Strange, I was like, yeah, I kind of believe it now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There's probably like
I
a
like
white
to-
version of us and a Filipino version of Naro somewhere doing this pod. We're all white. He's Filipino.
There's definitely a different version of Naro that has Twitter and Threads.
It's somewhere floating around.
100%.
That's called the universe.
He's all disappointed. He's like, "You're not on Twitter or Threads. How dare you?"
How does anybody know what you're doing, Naro? Jesus.
I'd say my TikTok's live. I'm on TikTok every day putting something up. So I promise you, people know what I'm doing.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? We spoke with some guys from Hush Hush Society. I always fucking that shit up, dude. I mean, I've been better at these podcasts, man. I used to not look people up and fucking say their names wrong, but you know, we on it now. We get better. But the guys from Hush Hush Society, we talked about TikTok, and I was afraid, man. I thought TikTok was gonna go away, and I was afraid for that because I would rather have Instagram go away and have just TikTok, or Threads, and Twitter or whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like people are. Do they say people are leaving Twitter? But I feel like people are not using Instagram as much. You know what I mean?
People are leaving Twitter like the people said are going to leave California or the United States when Trump won. It's like, motherfucker, you won. Where you guys at? We ain't moving.
Actually, a lot of people did leave California.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, a lot of people are leaving
Yeah,
California for
California.
Texas, and now people in Texas hate them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they can't stand it. I think it's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because when it first started, like when the first movement out of California started, people from Texas were all over the place, all over social media. It's just, go back to California, get out of our state. We don't want you here. Oh, they were in the rage.
You lost or something, boy. No, I'm from California.
I don't know. What do you guys? Well, Andrea has a pad here. You guys thinking about leaving California? It's getting kind of crazy
Never.
over here.
Never.
Beautiful
ever.
here.
I'm never leaving California. I just like for all the shit that is bad, like I can go outside and walk in 70-degree weather and like clear my mind, you know, like
And then get robbed.
I can
Yeah.
go to well, not in well, maybe. I have knock on wood, never been robbed. But like I like the thought of being able to like drive, 15 minutes to the beach and then drive like an hour to the snow. Like
This
I
is
just
true.
like that
Yeah.
that thought process of it. I can go 2 hours, 3 hours south and be in a different country, I don't know. I just feel like the spot that I'm in, like I have no desire to leave. Even though
The weather's perfect.
I've actually never lived anywhere other than California, aside from when I was stationed, for boot camp in Texas, which I hated. And then when I was in
you've been to
Kyrgyzstan.
Texas.
But yeah, I've been to Kyrgyzstan. I've been to Texas. Not a fan of the weather, but I didn't mind. Like I was in San Antonio. It didn't bug me. I didn't see all the crazy shit that that Texas gets polarized for on the internet. It wasn't that crazy. It was just like it was cool. Just a lot of
Right.
Confederate flags and which is
Of course.
it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
get my flip your surroundings.
I wouldn't leave
But,
California either. I think I'd stay here. Because everything is here. Everything, you always hear is like Mexican food sucks over here. It's like, well, yeah, because look where California got the best Mexican food. But
Yeah.
it sucks out here, and I always hear people like, fuck Newsom. But I was like, that motherfucker ain't in my house doing anything, so I don't really give a fuck what he ain't in my house
my
telling me to
neighbor.
do shit.
Exactly, dog. Like, you just gotta.
He went to a winery during a lockdown, like, because he fucking
How does that
can.
affect me?
So,
Well, it affects you if you had a winery and it was closed down. So
yeah, that too. But
the
everyday person like us, why you mad? Like, what's he doing? He ain't in my house telling me, hey, you can't watch that shit on TV. Change it to fuck. Then I'd be like, yeah, I'm fucking out of California. I can't even play video games without this guy telling me about the ratings and shit. But I
But
think
like
California's-
if your job was the winery, then you're at home because he said so, and he's at winery, so you're out of work and out of like a source.
then
of
they
income.
have a reason. But what I'm saying is, I don't have a reason because, like I said, it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, but
He sucks.
didn't that whole situation happen on Thanksgiving? Wasn't that what that was about, or Easter or some shit like
It was
that?
his winery. That he
Yeah.
opened. It wasn't.
But it was open. The doors were open.
yeah,
Yeah, they were just trying to
Yeah.
like.
right. I mean, but you look around, it's like you go to the next state, then there's a governor doing shit. It sounds like it's not just California.
Yeah, it wasn't just California, but I feel like I don't know, man. Them trying to push like these loose pedophile laws starting over here. You know what I mean?
Oh hell,
It's getting pretty. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's getting wild, but it is beautiful, though. You know what I mean? Are there any other places around that kind of match California's climate? I mean, the beach thing is kind of optimal. You know
I
what
think another place I would consider would be Seattle. I spent some time up there just doing like working for a show, and I spent a weekend there. I really like the air quality. It's so much cleaner than out here. You could tell, like, I didn't know you could tell a difference in air quality. And it's like, got off the plane. I was like, wow, this shit's fucking clean.
That's crazy.
It's nice, but the only thing I don't like it's the number one suicide capital because it's always fucking raining. I guess if it rains and you make you want to kill yourself, don't go there. But I was like, I can handle the rain. Rain's fine.
It's like those guys.
You know, Oregon.
Stay
is
away from
someplace I
Seattle
could
and London.
Yeah.
stay away from London and the BBC.
My wife says what's called Minnesota is the same way. Like they have seasonal depression because like during winter and shit, everything's just gray. You know what I mean? You like barely see the sun and shit.
Wow.
So
I drove through Denver one time. I really liked that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Denver was pretty chill. We almost actually moved to Arizona, like back in 2017. I was thinking about going to Arizona State for a bachelor's and then a master's program. But yeah, we were pretty close to moving to Arizona. I wouldn't mind living outside of Vegas if I had money, like a little bit more money.
Fuck that! I used to live
So I
out
could-
there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about Vegas.
Vegas sucks,
Yeah.
man. To be honest,
But it's booming now for sports, though.
Well,
Yeah.
But as a kid, when I used to live out there, I didn't live out.
Yeah.
I only lived there for a couple years, but there's really nothing to fucking do, and it's always hot. The only place there was to go was like GameWorks, and you were like, "Let's go to GameWorks," and you just go to the strip. But you go outside the strip, Vegas is fucking ugly, man. There's hobos.
Dude,
everywhere.
shout out GameWorks, bro. I completely forgot about GameWorks.
Yeah, dude, GameWorks was
What
the
a
shit. That was
fucking callback that was.
Yeah, and the Adventure Dome, the Grand Slam Canyon, those really the only things to do. And now that's all pretty much gone. So what is there to do in Vegas other than Wild Rivers or whatever they got up there? It's the weather sucks. I hated doing PE. They fucking make us run a mile. It was 110 outside at fucking 11 in the morning. It sucks. But it's cheap. So that's the one thing that's really cool. The housing is cheap. We were renting a house. It was like 6 bedrooms. It was like $1,800 a month. It was a brand new
because then
house.
like you're gonna spend your money on the casinos and like you'll spend it.
The tax is high out there, but there's a lot of trade-offs living in Vegas. But me personally, I wouldn't want to live there. If you're single and don't give a fuck, go live out there. It's cool, I guess. But if you're trying to raise a family, not the best place.
Yeah, I heard one of the cons of living there I heard was the education system.
Yeah.
So, but shit, I have no doubt that
I'm
you're
out of school. I'm not going to school anymore, and my kids are about to be gone in like
it's
10
true
years.
because the education system sucked so bad at the time. I don't know how it is now. When I moved back to California, I went to middle school. They put me in a science class, and they were staring at me. He's like, "Do you not know this?" Like, we didn't have science class in fucking Vegas, man. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I felt stupid. I felt stupid sitting in class. It was physical science.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Like, you don't need that. You don't need that shit here. Learn how to shuffle.
Yeah,
This fool started laughing
Didn't
whenever
have.
he heard erosion because he thought it was erection. Love that shit.
yeah. Erosions.
Erosion. It's a boater.
Yeah.
Damn. I
Shout
figured
out.
if you live in Vegas, you'd always go to the Strip. No.
It gets
Nah.
so old, though.
Yeah, I get over it. I have some family that live there. They just chill. Like, there's a lot of local spots, not a lot of good restaurants, but it's a pretty small city. So from the Strip, you could drive 40 minutes west, north, east, south. You're not in Vegas anymore.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's tough.
For us, we were out there in Vegas, and we were always fucking going to California anyways. Like, why did we move? Why did we even move here? Let's just move back to California.
Do you see the new dome over there in Vegas?
Oh, the Sphere, that looks so dope, bro. Shit.
Bro, I can't wait to take mushrooms and go there. I hope that shit's open during the holidays, because that's like I feel like one of the best times to go to Vegas. You know,
Oh,
it's so crazy. The weather is perfect.
It'd be like a
it's
snow globe.
cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be a snow globe
They can do a
too.
lot of cool shit. Yeah, snow globe.
Like even the inside of that Sphere is just screens. Like it's going to be fully immersive from outside inside. It's a pretty crazy build for the hospitality industry. The guy who owns it is James Dolan. He's the owner of Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna have some dope events in there. I feel like they're gonna do some NBA shit. A lot of
He owned the Forum too. I think
It's
he
a
had to
firm
sell
event.
it to fucking Ballmer so that Ballmer could do the Intuit Dome.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a pretty fascinating thing that I read about.
Yeah.
But yeah, he owns some shit out here, so that makes sense. He's got a lot of money.
That's probably where the NBA tournament championship is going to be.
I have a feeling. Yeah, the in-season tournament. Like, what is that? I tried to do some research.
Oh, we're gonna talk about this later this week. It is.
Oh, yeah, talk about that. What is that,
bro? I think that shit is stupid. It's an in-tournament. It's a tournament. It's an in-season tournament, and the games that qualify for the tournaments are played on Tuesdays and Fridays, but they also count as regular season games. But then you also have semifinals and finals that aren't the NBA finals that are going to be played in December. But then after that, it goes into it makes things super complicated,
Right? I think they're trying to copy some type of I guess league. Football or soccer leagues in Europe, they have these kind of tournaments in season to kind of spark up the competition. And I feel like they're doing it because NBA, let's face it, like October to January, it's not the most exciting unless it's like a marquee matchup. So I guess they're trying to add some more flair in the beginning of the season because who knows, maybe their ratings suck. I don't fucking know, but I think the incentive for the players is if you win this tournament, you get extra money. There's a pool of money.
Oh shit!
And it's like divided up into like first, second, third.
What is this? Live basketball?
I think they're trying to avoid live basketball, so they're making shit more incentivized for the players to like turn up in the beginning of the season.
Okay.
They already drew like the group play and everything.
Yeah.
It's done. Yeah, before we started, I watched a whole commercial on it.
Mm-hmm.
They have everything set. Justin Jefferson just did not Justin Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson. Thank you.
Yeah.
God, so many damn Jeffersons.
Thomas.
Richard Jefferson just did a whole commercial for that.
Jefferson. Thomas Justin.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jeffersons.
LeBron looking at this tournament is like, I'm 36. Can't be doing this. I'm 36.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Someone's about to get hurt, man.
I mean, let's face it. If you got other aspirations outside of that, then you might not even really try, I guess. But I guess if you don't try, then your record is going to be affected by it because it's games that count towards your record.
Yeah,
everyone's still playing 82 games, so that I think that's their not loophole, but like they tie everything in to keep it competitive because like if you lose these tournament games, they go against your record and.
So is this replacing the play-in tournament?
No, they're keeping the play-in.
No, they're keeping all that. Yeah, everything. Oh my god. Everything's the same over there. They're just adding an in-season tournament. I think the only ones that aren't counting as regular season games are going to be like the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah,
of the tournament itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they have to do. You guys talk about the incentives for the players and stuff like that. I think that other than God, this is ridiculous. Oh, there it is. Other than
Nora,
there's no incentive for them to play unless you're paying them, or unless it's a regular season game because they don't care about that. I don't think that the players are going to give a shit about that at all. They're only going to care about the NBA, the championship.
Yeah. I feel like you're right.
There
I
might be
mean, at the
something.
end of the day, they're just going to try to win the games, and if they win or lose, it has nothing to do with this tournament. It's just try to get better seeding, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there might be something to be said though to be the inaugural champ. Like I think some players will take it very seriously and will want to be that, or like the teams will want to be that first champion of this tournament. But yeah, this definitely feels like a cash grab or like a way to inject some ratings into the NBA. But see what happens.
If that finals is in that fucking sphere, I'm trying to pull up though. Shit.
Yeah, for real, right? That shit looks dope, man. Yeah, it sounds like another platform to kind of highlight certain players too, you know?
Yes.
So,
You talk about the ratings and stuff like that. It probably has a lot to do with the ratings and the catch and grab, because if you think about it, that time of year where the tournament is popping, that's
Football
NFL's time.
Yeah, it's football
That's
time.
the NFL's time. That NFL owns that. So they're probably trying to get some type of publicity or more ratings, better ratings during that time frame, because that's near the end of the season right there for the NFL. You're getting close to games that matter, you know. So there's a lot more paying attention going on when it comes to NFL season. So they're probably trying to grab some ratings from them. That's probably what's going on.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, because the games are Tuesday, Thursday, or some shit. So
Tuesday, Friday. So
Friday. There's no football games except
Yeah, they're avoiding football.
Yeah, so that's
You're only going to run into the Friday college, like ESPN showcase or whatever for college football. Those like random Friday games, but for the most part, they'll be avoiding football altogether, which is smart.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't they
Money.
bring the Friday game in though?
Yeah, there's usually like a Friday night game for college football.
shit. Well, just to cap off basketball, you guys hear about the Zion Williamson shit?
Yo, he was wilding, boy.
Fuck.
She was wilding, boy.
Both of them.
She got the tattoo, right? She even got a tattoo
Jeez.
on her face. Was it Zion?
I don't even know, man. I'd rather not dive deep into that. I just knew the surface level. shit.
Zion dove deep into that.
Zion said the opposite.
Zion dove deep into that. Now look at the trouble he's in.
motherfucker.
He was dunking his dick in her.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, shockingly,
I'm gonna just say what we're all thinking.
that was probably the second like craziest thing that I've heard that Zion's done. Like, I still think him busting out of his own shoe is like super crazy.
Busted also. He also busted in hers.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I have there for you. Ali.
Why I brought that up was not to throw shade on Zion. I mean, it happens. I heard, the top NBA players' hands aren't clean either. But I just wanted to highlight fucking powerful Adam Silver, man. Shut down that account. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he was like, "Nah, not today, bitch."
Fucking gave me in Wolf of Wall Street when Jonah Hill was like, "On you issue day." You want to fucking do this? You
Yeah.
just ate his goldfish.
Yeah, he's fucking ate.
Fucking flex, bro. But no, NBA is powerful, dude. Like the powers that be have a lot of hands in the strings of NBA. I feel like.
Yeah, are we all in agreement though that Adam Silver is like head and shoulders
lizard?
the best commissioner in sports?
No.
Come on, dude. I'm trying to have a serious question here. But he is the top commissioner in sports, right?
I would say so, because there's not a lot of grief towards him. Like, who's the guy at NFL? Dan Goodell or whatever.
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
Fucking clown.
So many players hate him. I don't see any hate towards Adam Silver,
No,
and that just speaks volumes.
because all the NBA players know if some bitch wants to go wild on Twitter, he's gonna shut that shit down.
Yeah, the power that
That's
you
true.
know, powers that
The Jews control the media. I took it there.
Yikes.
Oh, hey,
Well,
no.
the players association is heavily involved in the NBA too.
Yeah, that's it.
Heavily involved.
Yeah.
So, which it's not in a lot of other sports, which
Yeah,
is
that's
one of the
straight up.
reasons why I think that
That's true.
Adam Silver is doing a really good job as a commissioner because he's involving the players.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think Adam Silver is great for the league. But also, if you want to say the best commissioner ever, it's like, well, there's nothing really to compare him to because Roger Goodell sucks ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what the NHL commissioner is like.
Gary Bettman.
You know who's a good
I don't hear
commissioner?
much about
The
him.
Rock.
The Rock.
Hey,
Let's go XFL.
Yes, solid point there with XFL. That is a sport.
Yeah, how is XFL, man? I haven't been keeping up with it. Have you watched
It's
it?
losing money.
It's losing money, Gam.
Hey,
Yeah.
scared money don't make money, right?
It's true.
Sure.
Dude,
That's a rock.
Dwayne Johnson's just losing money left and right.
Oh man, he's still
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
He's probably got a few moves.
That's nothing that
coming.
one more WrestleMania match can't fix, you know.
Yeah, which is right there, whenever he wants
yeah.
it, right?
You know, it's funny. That's
Yeah,
when you know
whatever.
he's doing bad. He came back to WWE. He's like, yeah, he's doing bad.
Yeah, sadly, that's a fact for a lot of things, man.
Mm-hmm.
That when these
However,
WWE people come back, Yeah.
he was never more popular than after he came back to wrestling.
yeah,
Like especially with movies, like after he came back, that's when Fast 5 dropped, and that was like that's when he got super big. So
yeah. It's crazy. People know him more as an actor than a wrestler. It's fucking crazy. I feel like. I mean, as far as like
not our
a lot of
generation.
people, yeah,
Our generation doesn't. Our generation.
that's kind of how I felt about Hulk Hogan though when I was growing up, because first time I saw him I think was Three Ninjas.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
That was the wackest one, though. I think it's the fourth one, right?
I don't remember. I'm not well versed in the Three Ninjas, but like
Mhm.
I remember seeing Hulk Hogan. I was like, oh wait, that's the guy from Three Ninjas, and my dad almost hit me because I was like, didn't put respect on his name. I'm just kidding, Dad. If you're watching this, you didn't.
Hey, brother.
He said, "What's you say, brother?
You better say
You better watch
prayers.
your mouth, brother.
What you gonna do, brother?
Oh man.
That's too funny.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania comes coming on you?
Yeah. I don't know. Wrestling's
think,
pretty crazy right now too, though. So I feel like, like the Bloodline segment, how people don't see like we were talking about how they don't see how it links back to even before The Rock, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was before.
Peter Mavia.
Mhm.
Did someone sat down with Rashiki and went over their entire bloodline?
I
That's
saw that video. Yeah.
absolutely insane.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I couldn't believe it.
There's levels, and they're pretty much. They're starting to dig a
Rikishi.
little deeper, but they're really on the surface of it all. Like there's a lot to unpack there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a mark, but I would love to see all of them. Like an intervention for Roman. We gotta be like you. Ain't gotta be like
Everyone
this, tribal
shows
chief. He does the fake cry hug, turned into the
Yeah.
mad face.
Bro, do you
Fucking
think
classic, bro.
how loud of a pop do you think Rikishi giving Roman a stink face would get?
Oh man, I just saw that shit on Twitter. Obviously, the roof would blow off if that shit happened.
That
you
would
know?
be fucking.
But just even hearing the song,
Oh yeah,
dun, dun, dun,
banging
dun.
it, banging it, banging it. Yeah,
Oh man, one of the coolest groups.
good times. Too cool.
Yeah, too cool. Scotty Too Hottie and Grandmaster Sexay. It was funny. I was
when I
like,
found out
They were the greatest,
that was,
dude.
that was the king's son.
They were lit every time they came through.
Yeah, every time. They had those crazy like that like outfit where they had that white like the zebra looking like the baggy ass cargo pants and like the big ass like white jacket, and then freaking Sky Tuati always had like that bucket hat with the top cut off it.
yeah, the spikes coming up.
That was a wild boy, dude. That was the style back then, though.
You know what's funny? I was watching Twitter, or no, it was on Instagram. Just like 5 minutes of Spike Lee or no Spike Dudley getting fucked up. Remember Spike Dudley?
Bro, he took the hardest bumps, man. That guy got effed up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It really made a point, like when they debuted Brock, like he interfered in one of Spike Dudley's matches, and the way he just manhandled Spike Dudley, like you instantly knew that he meant business, bro. Like he just go back and watch that. He destroyed Spike Dudley.
Yeah,
awesome
I think Brock needs to give a lot of credit to Spike Lee because he put him over. That shit looked brutal, man.
The way he like powerbombed him onto a trash can, dude. Like, it's outrageous.
Yeah, fucking A. Yo,
let me ask y'all a question. Mm-hmm. I saw this. I think it was on Instagram. Yeah, I'm still on Instagram, bitches.
Me too.
Shit's called Threads.
The question was if you had to explain to somebody by using only one wrestler what a high flyer was to somebody who doesn't know anything about wrestling, who would you choose?
Shit.
Mysterio?
I feel like there's only one answer to that.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna
Jeff
let
Hardy.
you guys say your answers, and then I'll give my answer.
You'll say Jeff Hardy.
I say Jeff Hardy too.
Fuck, probably Jeff Hardy.
Damn.
I mean, RVD's up there too.
Yeah, he is.
The whole damn show.
Yeah. And not just a high flyer because he jumps high, but also he's a high flyer.
It depends if I'm trying to show someone like something crazy. It's kind of like skate highlight or skate mixtapes. If I wanted to show someone, I'll blow their mind. I'll show them Rodney Mullen. You know what I mean? But if I wanted to just show them some cool shit, then I'll probably show them like Chad Muska or something.
Chad Muska.
So if I wanted to show them crazy, like not that well known high flyers, then I'd probably show them like some Billy Kidman. You know,
That's a good one.
El Vikingo right now is fucking doing some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, Ricochet's doing some shit too.
But if I want to show him and like put him on, like, oh, these guys are the classic, you know, then it'd be Jeff Hardy and like Rey Mysterio. So that'd be my take on that.
Yeah, that was my instant answer was Jeff Hardy, and then like
Jeff Hardy.
I looked like through all the comments, and like the like Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy, like the ones, right? Nobody was mentioning them. I was like, what generation are you guys from? Because I'm feeling a little old at this point. I was like, someone said Logan Paul just because of that one big jump that he did. I was like, we're doing.
Hey, to be fair, he has quite a few high flying spots, but it's not like he hasn't had the longevity. But like every match, he's done something that's high flying, so I get it. But yeah, he's not a. I don't know. He hasn't put enough time in. But it makes sense why they would say that. I mean, Jeff is probably number one. You'd probably have to say. But, I mean, RVD's not a bad one. Fucking Rey Mysterio, like, not, like, jumping off high shit, but, like, he's
Ultimo Dragon was pretty dope. Remember him?
Yeah, he was
Ultimo
nice.
Dragon was dope.
Bro, I fucking broke a glow stick and throw that shit on my face and was, like, doing the Jeff Hardy shit. That shit burned my eyes, bro. Fucking A. But he was wild, man. Jeff Hardy's pretty crazy. Like,
yeah.
If you follow his career, he broke my expectations for him as a wrestler. So,
Does Shane McMahon count?
No.
He kind of flipped.
Yes, but no.
Yeah, for like the wrong reasons, right? Like he kept getting hit off of shit.
Like the bad reasons.
Yeah, shout out Steve Blackman.
Man. I'll ask you this, because you know I'm the conspiracy guy. What's your guys' favorite conspiracy theory?
I like the birds thing going on. Like the birds aren't real.
Yeah,
that's a fun one to kind of think about.
Real?
Hey, but hold on, real quick, just to answer your question, Jarrell, about the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've talked about it on here yet or not, but like, is that why we get deja vu? Do you think
A lot of people say that it's a variant.
that's
one of your
variant,
variants.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I read that like it's you kind of because it goes into simulation theory, and I heard it's like one of those phenomena where something was changed in that simulation. So kind of like a Mandela effect thing, you know, where people remember it differently than it actually was.
Yeah.
Like Bernstein Bears, Britney Spears' skirt. Was it plaid? People remember it plaid, but it was gray, you know?
Oh, wow.
No, her sweater was great. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is this
Britney
Hold on.
Spears on One More Time. Hit Me Baby One More Time.
What's her shirt was plaid?
Her skirt.
It's a Mandela
Her was
effect,
plaid and her
isn't it?
shirt was gray, right?
Yeah.
Her skirt was plaid, was what a lot of people remember, but it was gray apparently.
Interesting.
What the
And-
fuck?
Oh, see, now I'm gonna look this shit up.
And then the Monopoly Man,
man.
did he have a monocle or not?
Yes.
No,
the
he
Mandela
didn't, bro.
effect
He
fucks with
didn't
me.
have a
What?
monocle.
Look
What
it
the
up,
fuck was this
dude.
Spencer
Planters
talking about
guy.
then?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Pringles guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pringles
no,
guy doesn't
yeah,
have AIDS.
That's a good one. He did. Ace Ventura did bring it up. That's crazy.
Yeah, when he fucking knocked his ass out and threw him over his over his neck like a mink, like a mink
then,
fucking fur. Dude.
What's called
Yeah.
Flintstones. How do you guys spell Flintstones? Do you guys remember spelling
It's
Flintstones?
Flint
F-L-I-N-T.
Stones, no?
With a T in there.
Flintstones.
FLIN Stones, right?
Yeah, there's
Flint.
two T's.
Flint.
Flint, F-L-I-N-T.
Yeah, there's Flint
Oh,
Stones.
S-T-O-N-E.
That's stupid.
What about the Berenstain Bears? That one.
Yeah, and
tripped
the
me out.
Berenstain Bears was a trip too. I think that was my first introduction to the Mandela effect.
Dude, the Mandela effect was my first one. I think was Jiffy versus Jif.
Why is
Oh,
it called
yeah,
Mandela
that's just a
effect?
trip, right?
Was it Nelson Mandela?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
It's
'cause-
completely different. It was
No.
Yo, Curious Virgin ever had it.
Because I think they thought
What?
Mandela was dead or something.
Would you say
What am I
Optimus?
reading right now, bro?
Fucking Autobots are contacting us.
Put it in my chest, Sam.
no, hey, Nara, what were you
Now,
saying
Fucking freak.
about Mandela?
Oh, it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with Nelson Mandela, did it?
Yeah, it did.
It did?
Wow.
For some reason, people had thought that Nelson Mandela was dead, but he was actually like alive at some
Yeah.
certain time.
Mhm.
Look
What a
into
fucked up
that.
way to be named after something.
They thought he would. They remember him dying in prison, but he never actually was.
There we go. That
He
sounds
never
cool.
died in
He
prison.
got
And I think
out.
people remember.
yeah.
People remember watching it on TV, but I don't think it was ever televised.
Wow.
Yeah, and I
swear-
guess like
you know
in
what? I think that
Star Wars,
I think
like
the Mandela
Luke.
effect is just the government and other people fucking with us. That's all I think the Mandela effect is. I think that,
Could be that too.
there's someone somewhere fucking with us because
It's
all
the
shit-
multiverse.
we collectively remember all of this. As a collective, we remember all of these things being a certain way, and now it's changed. Nope, don't believe it. Someone's fucking with us.
Oh man, it's crazy. I watched this video going into it, and I feel like, yeah, like I said, someone's pulling the rug underneath from us and pulling a prank on us. But it's crazy. I mean, all memory is kind of biased and not that reliable, too. You know,
Yes.
so it is crazy. But yeah, going back to favorite conspiracy theories. What are your guys's?
Probably
Whatever
9/11.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with conspiracy theories anymore. They're all turning out to be true, so I can't be like.
Yeah.
Like I was watching that 70s show, and Hyde is completely and totally right about everything that he was freaking out about. So
Yeah, that was a good show.
Did
I
he get
like
canceled?
Yeah, how he got canceled.
Yeah,
for rape.
he's kind of a rapist.
yeah, he's kind of
He's a
We'll
rapist.
talk about Hyde. We're talking about Hyde, and not the guy.
Sorry.
Never
Not
mind.
the
It's like,
other
it's
guy.
like talking about Hulk Hogan instead of Terry Barella. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible, man.
Sorry.
I try not to dive into conspiracy theories. I don't really know too many of them.
I think the one I'm really just diving into too much lately. I like because of that creepy factor. the Clintons.
Oh
Just
boy.
everything they're fucking involved in. It's just always you get deeper and deeper, and you're like, holy shit, they're doing that.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
How many of their so-called
thank
friends
you, Andrew.
have, like, committed suicide?
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
they have to be
Hillary.
in the Guinness Book of World Records for friends that have committed suicide.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Would hate to be friends with her. You end up dead somehow.
Did you guys hear about? Did you guys hear about one? So, my buddy of mine was telling me, we were talking about religion. Religion came up, and he goes, if you think about it, a lot of the stuff that happened in the Bible and in the Old Testament and all of that can be completely and totally explained by modern stuff. So there's a theory that all of the things that happened in the Bible, Jonah and the whale, splitting the seas, seeing an angel, like all that stuff can be explained by modern era shit. So a lot of people said that they were just aliens that came through. And if you think about it, we just weren't as developed as we are currently, and there was no way for them to explain a submarine, a person going into a submarine, going in the whale, right? So there's a huge. So that's one I've been like diving into a little bit lately. I think that one's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. The Bible's kind of sus.
Like, it's a
There's
close for like ever.
missing. There's a lot
There's
missing.
so many versions.
Well, and so if there's about half of the original book is missing and locked up in the Vatican. The full version of the Bible, because there's a lot of a lot of women have books of the Bible, have their own books in the Bible, like Mary Magdalene and other people have their own books in the Bible, like Mark, Peter, John, like all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff is missing from the Bible, and it's really hard to differentiate what is actually supposed to be there and not.
Yeah, I think it was a Joe Rogan podcast. I read that if you replace the word God and substitute it with programmer, like, and you replace creation with like software. No, and you read it, it makes sense as like, him being a programmer in this kind of.
What do you replace with software?
The creation. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. No, but like, yeah, the Bible is kind of like a gate kept Wikipedia page. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be in the inner system of the Vatican in order to be tailoring and decide what's canon or not. Yeah.
It was crazy as far as just going back to conspiracies real quick. The fact that Epstein had that painting of George Bush.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? With the towel, with like Jengas and a paper airplane.
I don't know, man. My thing is like that's like concrete evidence of. It's almost like a play, you know what I mean? We're going through like chapters of like certain like acts of the show, you know what I mean?
Wait, so that was actually real and verified. I saw that shit and I thought it was fake.
It was
they confiscated it from one of his penthouses or something.
Oh, that's funny.
They have one of Bill Clinton wearing a dress too, right?
Damn.
Oh,
I bet he would.
Fucking Oscar De La Hoya did the same shit.
Oscar De La Hoya can do it anybody.
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Bro, I mean, now that we're talking about conspiracy theories, like, isn't that weird? Like, there's a lot of people that you would never think that wear dresses that end up wearing dresses. Like,
It's weird.
my thing was 21 Savage. I felt like he was a real gangster, but
He wears a dress.
I saw him wear a dress and went on.
What?
He went to them Diddy parties. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh no,
He did, man. Hey, I love that. I mean, I was
that's a
talking
big
my
thing,
shit.
right?
I was talking my shit about the Diddy stuff, early on in the podcast, and then that shit started coming out, man.
Dude, my
and-
wife,
you know what I'm saying?
She was trying to tell me some shit, and I was like, "But this man's fighting for his life. You're trying to talk to me about Diddy parties? Teresa, we need Jamie to push through. This guy's a national treasure." we'll talk about that later, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
you're coming on too hard right now.
Diddy
just
was
wild,
coming
though,
on too
think
hard
about
to anyone who comes to the party.
Alley-oop.
Take that, take
Can't
that.
stop, won't
take that.
stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
And it's funny though. Hey, just thought of something right now. My dad used to show me Def Comedy Jam when I was growing up, and Jamie Foxx had a bit on Diddy and how whenever he'd be in the studio, it sounded like he was like getting some head or something, or like having some sexual act that he was doing.
Yeah, bro.
And like so some of his ad libs on the beats, he'd be like giggling. Yeah, I'll find that bit and send it to you. But like that, man.
Oh, you a bad
right.
boy.
Yeah, there's a deep dive now into that. The Bad Boy Records.
Fucking a dude in the ass. He's like, take that, take that.
Sorry, it sound like a fucking Chappelle show bit. Like fucking dialogue and shit. No, but it was called.
Chappelle was ahead of its time, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, my wife was telling me this conspiracy theory about how Dave Chappelle is a clone. He looks hella different. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's buffer. How much?
And
A lot buffer though, Andrew.
He's into fitness, dude.
He came back like Timbaland, bro. That fool.
Timberlake can do it.
Dave Chappelle left like Snoop Dogg, came back like Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Man.
Yeah, but clones is one of the conspiracy theories about like some people getting offed and coming back as clones, you know?
But I heard one about Biden recently.
Man, Biden is wilding out right now.
The whole family wilding out.
Yeah, they forgot to put the batteries in that one and the one that went to the UK.
Yeah.
It was looking hella crazy.
Bro, he looked like, you know, some nights when it's 4 a.m. you don't want to go to sleep, but everybody's trying to sleep. I'm trying to still find something to do type nights. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Hunter Biden, man. This is funny as fuck. And the way he got caught, like I think he gave his laptop up to get repaired. So he brought it to a repair shop.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, wait a minute. Should probably turn this in. Fuck, man. It's crazy, but no.
People of that caliber would be a lot smarter on what the shit that they do. Like, let's hide this a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
I think they have that like scope of, or like that mindset of like invincibility, you know, like once you get to a certain status, like you feel like nothing can bring you down. You know, that's
it's almost like a thrill to try to do that. Right?
Yeah, like the thrill of like getting caught. It's like cheaters, you know. Like I'm never.
That show's dope.
Doing it. So I mean, it's like in school and shit. Like even like the most juvenile like level of that feeling is like you walk into your teacher's desk like to talk to her about something, and boom, you see the test results for the test answers for the next test, and you try to memorize as much as possible, and you keep that conversation going with the teachers so you can get as many answers, bro. Like that's the thrill, and then you try to pass that out in class. Like I remember kids getting busted for that kind of stuff, and it's like you just think you're never gonna get caught.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a factor too. Like, especially when you're under the influence, you know, there's an even more unpredictable kind of like trying to test the boundaries kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So I feel like
Am I just paranoid?
that plays a factor. What?
I'm always looking over my shoulder. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I'm always looking over my shoulder. I'm crossing my T's, dotting my I's, and putting my slash through my Q's. I don't play that game.
The best advice I got growing up was like keep your side of the street clean, because if you keep your side of the street clean, then like nothing matters. No one can come back to you. Like, what are they can complain because your side of the street's so clean? But if you have nothing to hide or nothing to like, you know, to have dirty, you know, out in the open, like clean it up. You know, clean your shit up and just be good. You know, like because you'll never have to worry about getting caught up or anything.
Yeah, that's almost like just one of the things I think it was from this book. It was talking about like just don't lie. Like if you just tell the truth, then you don't have to worry about anything kind of coming back to you too. You know.
Mhm.
But just to cap off conspiracy theories, man. So I've always been a fan of the Matrix, so I feel like my worldview was built around that. You know what I mean? But I feel like we miss the bigger picture of the Matrix, which is right in front of our faces, and we're seeing it right now with AI. So this new conspiracy theory is we all started out worshiping the sun, right? And I mean, there's objective evidence of that. There's a lot of primitive religions, and there's a lot of religion that is based around the sun. You know, they're worshiping the sun. Like even you could argue that Jesus Christ and that whole religion is based on worshiping the sun, because like the Son of Man. You know what I mean? But anyways, it was sun worship up until we evolved to the point that where we started making tools, and then we developed technology, right? And from technology, we built AI. And then when we built AI started, you know, doing its thing and taking over us. And then we ended up living enslaved by AI up until the sun had a solar flare. And the solar flare just wiped out and short-circuited everything technological. And when we start over back to the primitive days. It's fucking crazy. It's a cycle pretty much. Like, you know, in the Matrix, the one resets and then it starts over. Yeah. So pretty much that on a grand scale of like, you know, time just kind of restarts all the time. We get to the point where we start AI and then there's some kind of solar phenomenon. We start over.
There's a lot of a lot of like archaeologists and stuff have been finding things, batteries from times when there's not supposed to be batteries.
Yeah.
Tarmacs, fucking whole ass airplane strips from times dated back to where there shouldn't be airplane strips and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence to back shit up like that.
Fucking scary, bro. I always felt like, and I had a conversation with someone about this too. I feel like people in our generation kind of going through 9/11 and stuff, we're kind of used to like these kind of desensitized to these major events now, you know what I mean? Like these attacks, talks of war. We're kind of conditioned and used to it. And because of that, I feel like we're going to experience either some kind of catastrophic event in our lifetime. Hopefully it's towards when we're older, but do you guys think that there's something kind of looming ahead?
We got World War
You
III.
never know.
I think there's something looming.
You think World War III is going to happen for sure?
I mean, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. You know, there's a lot of dick measuring going on right now, and obviously Joe Biden's got the smallest one.
How you know?
How I know? Because look what he's doing, and he's not doing. He's just sending the money to Ukraine. He's like, here you go. You just fuck Russia, all right?
Dude, in all honesty, the
Why?
world was in a safer place when Trump was in office, man. Trump put his foot on fucking everything. And he's a psychopath, but he put his foot on everything. And the world was a lot safer.
Yeah, foreign policy wise, yeah, I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was. He's a warmonger. Did he send money to go help another country fight a war? No.
No, he pulled everything back.
He even talked to fucking Kim Jong-un and said, hey, man, chill.
I was about to say that was wild, dude.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I was like, all right. It sucks that it took the dumbest motherfucker to do it, but hey, he's doing it. So I give him the props for that. And now it's just like everyone was championing Joe Biden and come up. Seriously, Joe, I was like, I don't know if Joe Biden's going to be alive
that's
for the whole term,
dude.
but he surprised me. Maybe he's a clone. I don't know.
Got something going on, bro. They gotta have someone's in his brain just letting him walk. That's probably what it is. There's
like the Men in Black
going on.
Remember when the aliens came out of their head? That's what's going on with Joe Biden.
O'Brien's. Yeah. Bro, that scene scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
Send more money to Ukraine.
Such an underrated sci-fi plot, though. That the universe is
Yo, Men in Black was
universes.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, like it's hard because when you say something good about Trump, you automatically get lumped into, oh, you're a Trumper, and I think that's by design. You know what I mean?
That's
It's tough.
like you can't just point out the good shit that Trump actually did do without people like, "Oh, you support that racist motherfucker?" I was like, "No, I still think he's a fucking idiot, but he does some things that I felt like during the time we took for granted because now look at what's going on. I low-key wouldn't mind having him back over Joe Biden, but
Yeah.
who knows? I think he might win because who's going to run next? I don't know. I think
Robert Kennedy, bro.
Oh, he's gonna he's gonna
we gotta protect his ass. Shit, he's gonna expose everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, you know it's funny? I hear him talk, and he sounds like he's dying, bro. Like, no offense, like
that's what Joe Biden sounds like.
No, he sounds just as unhealthy as Joe Biden. But if you look at Robert Kennedy, that motherfucker is built like a tank, bro. Like if all the presidents got into some kind of Royal Rumble, I'm pretty sure Robert F. Kennedy would come out on top. Like easy.
Hillary
bro.
Clinton would win. Killing everyone.
Killing everyone off.
Well, she didn't become president, so she wouldn't be qualified for that rumble.
Yeah.
She would use Bill, like she did.
Oh, jeez.
Bill Clinton wasn't president. Hillary was.
God, I wasn't around too much for that time, but a lot.
You know how I know Hillary's
This
running
was the
it?
young
Because
flex.
Bill Clinton was busy getting head on his desk. Like, fuck it, Hillary's gonna do it.
Shit. She got it.
Oh, suck my dick.
Bill Clinton just was the. I don't even know. That's another episode. Shit, let's wrap it up. 2 hours.
Yeah.
Look out for the next season. This is kind of the season finale of season 5, starting season 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Episode 50. My first goal was to hit 100 episodes, and we're halfway there, guys. Let's fucking go. Let's do it, guys. Anything you guys want to plug before we sign out?
Oh, I'm good. Just follow us at K4V3. You feel me?
Yeah. All right. Signing out. Let's do this one thing, and I talked about it on the Discord before we got here. Let's do a Threads versus Twitter fucking draft. Obviously, the announcement. You guys like that shit?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Fucking hyped it up like LeBron James.
I got excited too.
Yeah, I'm Team Twitter, man. I think Threads is a psyop. I don't like that there's like negative talk of like, yeah, man, people on Twitter, like, I would stop using my Twitter account. You know what I mean? It's just like, I look on Twitter and Twitter just posts like, oh, hey, Thread just hit, the highest signups as far as app goes. And it's just like, that's what you got to see, just objective data. Yeah. And like I said on the announcement thing, I feel like we fought for Twitter to be what it was. And conspiracy theory, I feel like Meta programmed and shot over some bots to Twitter to make Twitter what it is too, in order to make Threads seem like stuff. So Team Twitter, baby, flying with the birds.
Team Twitter for me.
Yeah.
Birds aren't real, dude.
Oh no.
Not a Team Threads guy here.
Conspiracy theory, dude. I'm gonna go Team Threads.
Hell yeah. Cool.
I've been on Twitter for so long, man. Threads just has the same damn functionality as Twitter, but just different audiences, different levels of censorship. So, but find me on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter too, with all my bot followers of girls who want to meet me.
Thickest 18-year-olds on Twitter.
We're not buying the OnlyFans.
We're not buying the OnlyFans.
No, but I think Threads could be cool. I'm not gonna lie. I have it, but I'm not really fucking into it. But I think what's killing it is I remember I was just reposting one of the cave stuff, and my caption had just something, I forgot what I put, but it flagged me for a second. It said, "This is a post that most people will report." I was like, "Fuck you," and I posted it.
Post anyway.
Yeah,
already.
But what sucks is what people don't. But what people don't know about Threads is if your Threads account gets deleted, so does your Instagram.
Oh shit.
And Facebook or no?
I don't know.
No, just Instagram.
And if you want to delete threads, you got to delete your Instagram. So,
Yep.
Just based off that information.
And Zuck is a cuck, as Elon Musk said.
Ooh.
Sam.
Who's winning that
Are
fight?
you ready for that fight?
Damn right. Fuck that fight. That's what I think.
That fight's gonna
Shit's a
make
fucking-
money.
Whoever wins that fight has to absorb the other company.
Only if
loser
Tom
has
from
to delete
MySpace is a referee. Am I watching that shit?
I would actually that ups the stakes, Zach. I would buy it.
That'd be intense, right?
I would buy it. Yeah.
Intense. And then
The loser deletes
Tom.
their thread / Twitter.
Yeah.
delete their platform.
Fucking lat. That'd be dope. That'd be
Damn.
Fight for pinks.
I wouldn't even mind if it's in the metaverse, you know? Fucking fight in the metaverse.
No, because then Zuck wins that one.
Yeah.
It's true.
They need to go in the octagon.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, signing off. Follow us at, like Francis said, K4V3. Check us out at the website, K4V3.com. And the sports Instagram.
Zach, are you wearing a
that's,
do-rag?
That's what I thought this whole fucking time, man.
Nah, I like that, dude.
Let me see the wave check. Wave check.
Wow, bro, I need a haircut, dog. Oh, do-rag.
Yeah.
The whole town's like, dude, this will look like Steven Seagal with a do-rag, right?
And
You're
we're
karate like
out.
him too, dude.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Yo.
Peace.
Can you imagine if birds really aren't real, though?
They aren't, dog. We'll
Then why
talk
do
about
you
that
keep
later.
shitting on my
We'll talk about that
fucking
later.
truck?
For real though. Birds are
What happened?